Creative Space on Omega Radio every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Your host, Catherine Shapiro. Good morning out there in Omega Radio land. We are today very fortunate to have a live human guest in the studio. This is Ofra. She is from Verdant Life, a wonderful creative business based right here in Coral Springs. She makes art from plants. And we are so happy to have you here this morning.
Thank you.
You are so welcome.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
How did you decide to work with plants as a medium almost?
Well, plants were always my hobby throughout my life. I lived in basically 4 different countries, and there is different plants that grow in each and every country, and I just always took notice of it and learned a lot about it and saw the nature, and I absolutely found it very relaxing and enjoyable. And through that experience in my life, I decided actually to start my hobby into my profession, because I was in totally different type of profession beforehand as an esthetician, and I used to own my own spas, and always kept plants in my spas, such as lucky bamboos, which I believed are very good for prosperity and feng shui. And
of course, absolutely.
And also in my other type of businesses, I always had plants. So that always came up because I felt it's very good for the environment, oxygenation, and they produce oxygen. And so I loved it. I loved the greenery around me, and just seeing different plants around the world were definitely inspiring for me, and that's how I got involved in this business, did a little bit of adjustment in my life, and decided it's about time to do what I really love and enjoy it without any stress, and just be creative.
So you essentially reinvented yourself, didn't you?
Exactly.
Absolutely. And you know, the wonderful thing about reinventing yourself is that you can do it more than once.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
I agree.
The thing I love about Verdant Life is it also teaches you as a customer to be a really good plant parent. You can go on their webpage, which is verdantlife.com, correct?
That's correct.
And you can take a quiz that helps Ofra and her wonderful partner, Mel, take care of you as a customer and learn more about you as a plant kind of person. They also love to teach students how to create art from plants.
Exactly.
Which is really awesome. Can you talk a little bit about that for me?
Oh, yes, very much so. So when we started the business in 2020, we didn't actually realize it was the right time to do such a thing. That was with the pandemic. People spend a lot of time at home and were more nurturing their plants and the house and the environment around them. And so it was successful to start it at that time. And then as we progressed with the business, we decided, my daughter came up with the idea of creating workshops. Excuse me. And so we started with a succulent workshop and a special framed which we cut with laser, and we use it towards preserved artwork that created from moss with the frame, and then the people actually get to take it home with them. So we teach them how to work with succulents and how to create their own arrangement And other workshop is helping them to create their own frame with preserved moss and different parts of wood that they create, and we teach them how to do it. And we run these workshops every 6 weeks or so. Actually, we have another one happening tomorrow.
Fabulous.
At our store here in Coral Springs. So you are more than invited to come and join us.
And we'll absolutely get that information from you and put it out there where our listeners can find it right there on my webpage, which is cmscreationsart.com. We are also on all of the social media platforms. And this is, by the way, a listener-supported program, just like everything here on Omega Radio. And we depend on you listeners to bring good ideas to us and to bring wonderful people and tell us, like wonderful people like Ofra. I met Ofra at our annual Coral Springs Festival of the Arts.
Yes.
And they actually have a garden fest at the same time right next door. And we struck up a conversation. These are the kind of relationships that are so good and that offer people a lot of entry into careers and a more creative life. My cousin was actually the person that got me started in art. Who got you started in plants? Was it any one particular person? What did they...
My mother loved plants, but when I used to live in Johannesburg, my aunt had an immaculate garden that she looked after. She had beautiful plants out there, and she also took care of it daily. And she was a big inspiration for me. She still is. And she also taught me how to dry fresh flowers and keep them in their shape. So she was certainly a very big inspiration for me. And from there on, I carried on just loving it as a hobby and then turning it later on in my life into my profession, which I absolutely thank God every single day.
Amen to that. And I'll tell you what, you know, you listen to that little small voice that said this is the thing that you needed to do and wanted to do with the rest of your life. And it does not feel like work when that happens, does it?
It does not feel like work. It's absolutely enjoyable, and my hours of work are unlimited. Actually, my family members tell me, hey, go home already. But I enjoy being at our indoor nursery. It is conditioned. We have a greenhouse there. And I just felt that it was the right thing for us to do. My daughter and myself absolutely love it. And we felt it's very relaxing. And being surrounded by plants and being surrounded by beautiful and adorable team of people that work with me definitely makes my life different and enjoyable and relaxing.
And let's give a shout out to Mel and all your team and all the wonderful gardeners and nursery workers and terrific people that you work with and that we love to hear about on a daily basis.
Thank you.
What's your biggest challenge right now? Or better yet, what is the thing that you're most excited about that you have coming up?
Well, it is basically endless. We're coming up with the biggest challenge and how to overcome it is in general for me was to start a new e-commerce business and making contact with the right plant wholesalers and manufacturers. We import a lot of our planters from India and other countries, and so I needed to find reliable manufacturers. I wanted to start our brand Verdant Life properly, not to have any hiccups and to have the right design. And so I didn't want to take any shortcuts. And when you create your own brand, it's very costly, but I knew it was the only way to succeed and build strong foundation.
Absolutely. And the foundation is
the key.
The key. It's the thing that makes your creativity blossom, and it makes it great, literally, just like a garden.
Exactly, and building our customer base from scratch, as well as social media, was definitely a big challenge, and we are doing it successfully now. And we have over 27,000 customers, registered customers. Some basically that since we started 3.5 years ago. So it is a big achievement.
That is just amazing, and we are so proud of you and proud to have you in Coral Springs. What you need to do to find further information is go to Verdant Life, VERDANTLYFE.com. You can get in touch with Ofra there. You can contact Mel, her partner, who was absolutely terrific in getting us together. And we are so proud to be here today. If you like creative space, support Omega Radio. And in the meantime, we are here every Wednesday we can be at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be kind, love one another, and grow gardens as friends.
Absolutely, I agree.
Thank you for coming, Ofra. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
From all the pain, I'm so ashamed. I am beautiful, beautiful.
Tune in and listen to Creative Space on Omega Radio every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Your host, Catherine Shapiro.
I want to thank you for tuning into Creative Space with Catherine Shapiro. Keep it locked in here. You can catch Creative Space here every Wednesday, 11 to 11:15.
Look for it by name in the App Store or wherever apps are found.